What's up, everybody? This is your MMA Markout Minute. Right now, we're gonna. Oh my lord! Look at Buddy. The
You know I had to come in like that, bro. I got my hat on, got to come in with the energy.
hell yeah!
Sorry
This
to
week,
interrupt. Go ahead. Tell the people what we're here for.
this week we're going over Stephen Thompson versus Gilbert Burns. This is gonna happen on UFC 264. It's gonna be the co-main event, man. Can't wait for this because Gilbert Burns is going to reign supreme. Because
I don't know about that. Come
oh,
on now.
please. Gilbert Burns is tough. Gilbert Burns is explosive. Gilbert Burns has great submissions. And he can take down anybody he wants. Not to mention, look what he did to T Wood. Let's do some MMA math.
Let me interrupt right quick. The first thing you said about my boy Burns, which I'm a big fan of both of these fighters. That's why I'm so excited about this fight. You said Burns is tough. That's the first attribute you gave him. The first thing that and I always say when we talk about somebody's toughness, that means they get hit a lot. So that right there tells me I think that it's the favor leaves in Stephen Thompson's side of the court.
The first attribute that I'll give Stephen Thompson is he runs a lot. He's a karate guy in and out, and he's going to run. He don't like to clinch. He don't like getting taken down, and he doesn't do well off his back. Look what T Wood did to him, and look what Gilbert Burns did to T Wood. I know that's MMA math. It don't work all the time, but in this case, it works for me, so that's what I'm going to use. Anyway, I will say he's going to be heavy on them kicks, and Gilbert better have a game plan. Gilbert better have a game plan. Them kicks is nasty. I'll give him that. But once it goes to the ground, you're in a whole nother world. You're in the Burns world, son. And Gilbert Burns will choke you and break your arm at the same time. And that's my take. Gilbert Burns submission victory.
Decent take. So Stephen Thompson, this is a perfect setup match to go against Usman, in my opinion. I think that Stephen Thompson will not get taken down because of his superior footwork. He'll stay on the outside and work the fucking karate style. And if you want to talk about resumes and who's beat who, they both are 150 former 155ers, went up to 170. You got people. Stephen Thompson has wins against the likes of fucking Robert Whittaker, Rory McDonald, Johnny Hendricks, Jake Ellenberger. I mean, some of these names aren't so impressive, but back then they were top dogs.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. But the
Woodley fights, he literally just had he had a draw with him, and then he lost, and the decision. It was because Woodley refused to go forward, and Thompson they played a weird game. Those matches are just weird. Stylistically they didn't match well.
Woodley took him down and beat him up. That's what happened. You go on YouTube, look up the highlights. Woodley took him down, beat him up. Steven didn't have an answer when he was off his back. He couldn't get up. He couldn't keep going. That's what happened. He got his ass beat. Look, that's what happens. And one thing that I will say Gilbert Burns does better than Stephen Thompson is he stays active. Stephen Thompson's been out for a little bit, and Gilbert Burns always stays active. It might not be in UFC, but he's active. He's active in Who's Number One, Submission Underground, any grappling tournament he can get his hands on. He's trying to constantly be active in the MMA community in one form or another. I can't say the same for Stephen Thompson.
Well, I mean, that's a double-edged sword, man. You staying active, you get hit a lot. That could come back to bite him. If you look at the two, which we are looking at the two right above us, Gilbert Burns looks older. He's been beat up. Like I said, I like both these guys. Actually, maybe I might even prefer watching Burns fight a little bit more sometimes. But I think Thompson is just he's on his way to fight Usman, and I think that this is a perfect setup match where he won't allow Burns to take him down. He'll fight elusive, and he might even get a late knockout. But I'm going to go with a decision win because it's only 3 rounds.
Hey,
correct? It's only 3 rounds, correct?
Yes, it's only 3 rounds. Okay.
I was saying, I think I did my research, but for some reason I'm thinking they might have bumped it because this not the co-main at first.
I don't believe it was. I don't know all the ins and outs. Fight cards have been changed left and right lately. We'll get into that when we get into our real podcast every week right here on Twitch. And wherever you get your podcast, we come out on Thursdays. MMA Marks podcast. That's our Mark Out Minute breakdown, man. We'll talk to you later. See ya.